Assalamu alaikum, everyone. About a year ago, I interviewed my friend Mohammed, who was at the time an exchange student from the Gaza Strip. I decided to interview him about various things about Gaza and what it's like living there and what it was like living in Portland as an exchange student for a change. So I hope you enjoy it. And because this interview was a bit long, if you have an individual thing you're wondering, I asked him 14 questions and I linked all the times I asked them in the description below if you want to navigate to a specific question. Alright, let's get started.
Hello, my name is Mohammed I'm from KhAnubis city.
Can you tell us a little bit about KhAnubis?
Yeah, sure. KhAnubis is the city where I live in. It's located in Palestine, or as people know, Gaza Strip. KhAnubis is a small city, but in the scale of Gaza Strip, it's considered one of the huge cities in Gaza Strip. Consider the fact that I came in here and went to long hikes, more than 7 miles. It's no surprise that the diameter of KhAnubis is just 6.8 miles, so that's not compared to anything. So you could walk KhAnubis, I don't know, in 2 hours or so. So it's really intensely crowded with people living there, but the space is really small. KhAnubis is my home, where my family live. There are a lot of people there.
So Mohammed's actually an exchange student here this year. So Mohammed, tell us, are you happy you came here to the United States?
Yeah, sure. I think coming to the United States for Palestinian or someone from that region, Middle East, it is pretty good experience for them because it's expanding horizons and it opens a lot of doors for you. It expands your imagination, that there's nothing impossible under the sun. You can do it. So coming to the United States got me a lot of things. I got a new family, I got new home, I got new friends, and I got my home at school and my family at school. So that's great.
Alright, now, are you happy you came here more specifically to Portland?
Well, yeah, so I left Gaza Strip without knowing, I left Palestine without knowing where I'm going, actually. So I was the last student from Palestinian group, specifically Gaza Strip group, without knowing where I'm going. So it was kind of weird. So anyway, we were in Jordan. We're saying that because it was after the war, we had to wait in Jordan for a week. They were trying to get us out from there. So we finally made it to Jordan, and then in half of that week in Jordan, I got an email from American Councils, which is the organization that look for all these exchange students with the sponsored programs. Anyway, I got an email that, hey Mohammed, you got a new host family, and here's the information. They live in Portland, and you're going to this school, Pacific Crest. Like, whoa, okay, good. So anyway, I did not know what Portland was, so I was disappointed, sorry. At the time I was like, no, it's not Chicago, it's not New York City, it's not Los Angeles, it's not whatever, because this is what I all hear about in movies. So Portland was like, I'm sure it's gonna be that village with thousands of people, and that's it. So, but anyway, apparently Portland was intensely great. It's insane. Anyway, I looked it up. I opened the web, and I saw a lot of images of Portland and how beautiful it is, the Willamette River going downtown. And then I saw that sign, "Keep Portland Weird." And then I actually got really concerned because I was like, whoa, I'm not going to a weird place because I don't know how that will make me. But anyway, I just left it for faith, and then I landed here at 9/11/2014. So it was a rough day at the airport, but it was great meeting my host family there.
Alright, now, if someone was in the area and could get in, would you recommend they visit Gaza?
Of course, I would totally recommend visiting Gaza Strip because it's a place where a lot of people are not allowed to go to. Well, my host mom wanted to go visit Gaza Strip to see me and my family and my friends and all these stories I told her about. And then she contacted the consulate in Jerusalem, the American consulate in Jerusalem, and they're like, we don't recommend it. Mine was like, okay, I want to go. I know you don't recommend it, but give me the steps to go there. And she was like, ma'am, actually we can't let you go there because, I don't know, there are a lot of terrorist organization and a lot of people recognize it. It's too dangerous for people. But I don't know, it was like, yeah, mom was like, if it's dangerous for me, why it's not dangerous for you? I was like, oh, well, that's a good question, but yeah, we live there, so we know how it is. Anyway, yeah, but if you're there, give it a shot, because that part of the world, I think that people are missing the humanity part of Gaza Strip and Palestine in general, because all they see in the news is just, 2,000 people died, 5,000 got injured, all these neighborhoods and houses got destroyed and damaged. But they actually don't know how people live there and how they're happy and how they're laughing every day. Even though with all the siege, with all the destruction, with all of that, people actually are happy and people are missing that human part and the humor part of Gaza Strip and its uniqueness. A lot of people, if you're in the TV channel and then it comes about Gaza Strip, I heard that a lot of people would change the channel because it's kind of depressing. And all the books I read about Palestine, comics books, normal books, it's all talking about the sadness and all of that. I mean, yeah, we suffered a lot, but we're still humans, as me as you, so there's no difference. So I would encourage you to go there to see that part, which not a lot of people know of.
Now, because of the aforementioned violence and destruction, is it dangerous living in Gaza Strip?
It is. Of course it is. It is dangerous. It is really dangerous. So from east to west, from the Mediterranean Sea, my city KhAnubis, from the Mediterranean Sea to the border, it's only 6 miles I mentioned, so you could walk in 2 hours or so. And then from Rafah, which is the border with Egypt, which is south to north, the border with Israel, it's only 32 miles, which means you could drive the car. Like, you could drive all Gaza Strip with one day. So I was like, oh yeah, mom, we want to come to Gaza Strip. It's good for 2 days. Not more than that. It's funny because we drove 6,000 miles, my family and I, in spring break, dashing all the states, going everywhere without stopping. I've never had an experience where you drive so much and then you have to go fill up the tank and then drive again and fill up the tank, because, I mean, Gaza Strip's not that big. Yeah, so it's not that big, it's small, so if a bomb goes there, it will not just affect you, it will affect all the neighbors around you. Yeah, well, I like lost a lot of friends, maybe 4 or 5. Specifically in the last war, I lost a cousin. They're all dead. It's really dangerous. So even in the last war, we lost the network connection, so you couldn't even talk on the phone. So I thought, I wrote in my diary, and I thought it was like going through a big forest of clouds and you can't see anything. You just go there, and then at the end of the road, at the end of that forest, you'll meet all the people that survived. The other people are left behind, and you might never see them again. So it is.
Now, are you in favor of the one-state solution or the two-state solution?
You know, that's a good question. A lot of people will be like, oh yeah, just give it 2-state and then relax. Some people in Palestine, specifically Gaza Strip, would say no. Why 2 solutions? Because we've lost our land. These people came in and took our land without any right, without anything. And it all started decades ago, a long time, 100-year kind of. So in 1948, all the Israeli Zionists, not the Israelis, this is before the empire came out. In May 15th, that's, as we know, in Palestine, that's the Palestinian catastrophe, or the Palestinian Nakba. That's in Arabic, catastrophe. And all these people were forced to leave their homes without any right, just like with all the weapons and military they got. They came in, they forced them to leave their homes, so they went either to Gaza Strip or the West Bank, or went out of Palestine. Because, you don't want to live under pressure and under danger. So these people left in. So a lot of people will be like, if they came in and got us out of our homes by force, we will do the same for them. And some people got sick of it. Some people, some dad lost his son, lost his wife, lost his daughter. Be like, I don't want to lose anyone anymore. I just want to live in peace with two-solution state. And now, Palestinian-Israeli conflict, it's worldwide. It's going out. Everyone knows about it. But for me, my dad's a political science professor. So, there are a lot of people in politics like, oh yeah, go with two-state solutions. And the other side, which is the military side, will be like, no, we want it all. It's ours. It's not yours. So for me, I would go for one state, because if it was, I'm not a refugee. I'm not a refugee. So I live in KhAnubis, that's my city. But for the rest of the people who sacrificed, it's their right to return. So I mean, I don't have home in Palestine in general, but I only live in KhAnubis. But for them, I would say, yeah, it's their right to return.
Do you dislike Israel?
Well, in general, no. But specific parts, yes. Because in Israel, there are Muslim, Christians, Jews live in Israel. So that's under all of that thing. Zionists, yeah, I dislike them because, of course, they bomb my city and they bomb my home, and so I don't know. Actually, and not all Israel is pro-Israel. Jews are a lot of Jews there, having a lot of protests going on, especially in wars going in Gaza Strip. So they would like, oh yeah, stop! What are you doing? That's oppression, whatever. And even Jews in New York here go on protests to also discourage what Israel is doing. So there are Muslims, there are Arabs who stayed from 1948, which were they forced to get Israeli IDs, so that if people come in, like, oh yeah, these are Israeli citizens. But it's all by force. Anyway, so yeah.
If you could describe the United States in general in one word, what word would you pick?
Awesome.
Now, do you think you could describe the state of Palestine in one word?
Yeah, it's a lot of things. But I could describe it by home.
Alright, how welcomed were you to Portland and Pacific Crest Community School, like on a scale of 1 to 10, 10 being the highest?
Yeah, it felt really good. I would say 10. It was very cool.
As an Arab Muslim in the United States, on a scale of 1 to 10, how welcomed did you expect to be?
I expect a lot of things, especially people called me tourist. And that's the first question probably the American consulate asked me when I got interviewed. So what if people call you tourist? And I was like, oh yeah, I have to keep all these in mind. So I expected I would be 8. Well, like scale, I would go for 8.
Alright, if someone called you a terrorist, even if you've done completely nothing wrong, how would you react?
This is the same answer I answered that question in the American consulate interview, and I said I would smile, I would shake hands, and I would say thank you.
Interesting response to such an insult, but how is Portland, in your perspective, compared to Gaza?
It was a lot different. It's there are a lot of rivers. It's nice going on downtown and looking at down the river. It's nice, a lot of volunteering. Portland, actually, my family made Portland and their house for me home, with all these going out and all of that. Portland has a uniqueness within it, and it's really nice. So yeah, a lot of people say keep Portland weird, and I didn't understand that until I traveled out from Portland, until I got to the Midwest, St. Louis. And yeah, I got to know how's it different. The Midwest, where the tough guys are, and when you get here, and as a lot of people describe the Northwest as the hipster house or hipster home or whatever. But I think Portland is really awesome. I've never known Portland before, and now I know how it is. And it's really good. It supports a lot of rights. It stands really good. It's the city of Vikings. So it's really good. I like it.
Now you're going to be coming back to Gaza in just a few weeks now.
Yeah.
Probably you're probably going to be back in Gaza by the time this is up on YouTube. Now, how do you feel about about the fact that you have so little time left here?
I'm glad. At first, I'm glad I got this experience to be here, and I'm really, I don't know. I got mixed feelings about going back, because I got home and I got family here, and now I'm leaving them. So, but I'm also excited to go see my home and family there. So it's really kind of mixed. But I miss my dad, and I don't know. I miss my mom. I miss my family, but I don't know how fate or destiny made this happen. Well, this year I'm gone. All the interesting things happen in my family. I mean, two of my sisters got engaged, and I'm just sitting here and waiting to see them. Yeah. So I got mixed feelings about that, about leaving this family and excited to go to that family, but yeah.
Now, our final question. What do you want to say to the people of the United States, or really the world in general? Mainly the United States, though.
Yeah. I would say thank you for making this program first happen for me. I mean, it first came out after 9/11, and it was a nice reaction of what happened in the trading tower, and I think it's Senator Kennedy and Senator Lugar made this program, so they passed the bill, and then they're like, oh, we'll make a lot of exchange programs to come to the United States and see how the American culture is, and that's pretty effective. So it's called Kennedy Lugar Youth Exchange and Study Program, shortcut, yes, and it's a program for Muslim and Arab countries to come to the United States and go exchange programs there. I would say for all American people, thank you so much. And I see how the U.S. aid and so every time strain from the American people. So thank you a lot, and I promise when I go back home, I'll tell every single one I met about how kind the American people are, because a lot of people don't differentiate between the American people and the American government. So they would make stereotype, oh, America, it's bad, whatever. But no, there's difference. There's difference between the American people and the American government. So thank you so much.
Alright. Thank you for letting me interview you, Mohammed.
Thank you so much. No problem. Salam.
Thank you for watching this video, and I would like to thank my friend Mohammed for letting me have this amazing opportunity to interview him, to interview someone from Gaza who grew up there their whole lives. Anyway, if you want to view last week's video, Could You Drink Snake Venom, click the link at the top left. If you want to view a related video, which is Where is the Middle East, click the one on the bottom left. And please be sure to subscribe, and I will see you next week.